Hey guys, I'm Papa Pete, back with another pickup video. This time, it's pretty much the end of the yard sale season. I did get some last minute yard sale pickups. I went to a pawn shop that I very rarely get to in Fredericton, New Brunswick. And I also picked up a bunch of games at EB Games for a very special deal. Oh, and one other thing. I got something great on Amazon that I saw a lot of really great reviews on. Anyway, can't wait to show you. Stick around.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Alright guys, as with every pickup video, gotta start today's off with a special brew, and today's is from Hammett River Brewing in Hammett River, New Brunswick, just outside St. John, Hawaiian Pale Ale. Drink good beer. It says, life is short, drink good beer. You're right. What's this? 5.5%. Let's take a look. Alright, it's got a real nice color here, guys. And a nice hoppy flavor with just a hint, of course, Hawaiian pineapple. Just a hint. Not so much that makes it a sugary beer, but just gives it that little edge. Nice. A couple weeks ago, it's getting colder. October, I tell you, there's not many yard sales around. Mama C and I had to go to Fredericton one Saturday. But I had a couple hours in the morning, so I got out real early and stopped at 3 or 4. I had to drive quite a bit to find a couple. But the last one I stopped, I asked if they had any games, and they actually went inside and picked me up a couple games, and what a mishmash. It was really interesting. The first thing they came out with was a copy for the Xbox 360. It's the Platinum Hits copy of Grand Theft Auto 4, and it's absolutely complete. It's got the guidebook, it's got the map, it's got the French guidebook, bought it here in Canada. And so I thought that was really neat. It just sort of seemed out of place. It was pretty cool. And then the next thing they brought out, and they had, was a Nintendo GameCube copy of Starsky and Hutch. I already had this game actually, but I was so shocked to actually see a GameCube game just out of the blue like that. They didn't have a GameCube or anything. It's got a great manual. It's in perfect condition. Disc and everything. The case is wonderful. I had it, but I didn't already have the manual, so I was really happy to pick that one up. Now, the other two games they had were actually NES games, and I was, again, so shocked to see those. I had them, but I wanted to pick them up because you never know, I might be able to trade. And I got a copy of Bart vs. the Space Mutants. We all know this game. It's a platformer that's frustrating as blazes, but still it's a lot of fun. We had this back in the 80s, and man, we used to play it a lot, even though we couldn't get very far in it. But man, it's still a fun game to play, even if you can't get very far, and even if it is ridiculously hard. And it seems that wherever I go, anywhere in Canada, when I pick something up, I pick up a copy of Blades of Steel. But again, I wanted to pick it up. I had the opportunity. It's in beautiful condition. And I was kind of lucky. I was talking to them, and I'm hoping to hear from them. I gave them my number because they said they had a place in the storage building down back where they had all kinds of Super Nintendo games. And I don't know if the GameCube was Super Nintendo and Sega stuff. And I haven't heard back from them yet. I'm really hoping I do. You never know. Probably 9 out of 10 times you won't. But hey, I could get lucky. GameCube, Xbox 360, and 2 NES games. Who knows what else is there? Really happy to pick them up. Now, like I said, we went to Fredericton and we stopped at a place called Digital World, which is a pawn shop in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Just stopped for a few minutes while Mama C went into another store to look around. And I did pick up a couple things, and as I picked them up, they told me, well, if you buy 2, you get 2 free if they're under $10 or something like that. So I ended up grabbing a couple more. One of the ones I grabbed that I know absolutely nothing about, it is it's a open world pirate theme game called Risen Dark Waters. Oh, sorry, Risen 2 Dark Waters. I'm not familiar with it at all, but it looked really intriguing, and I got to the point where I was in a bit of a hurry. I wanted to grab something that wasn't very expensive, but was complete, and man, everything is absolutely there. Again, in English and French, and it's in really good condition. So, Risen 2 Dark Waters. Great to add to the collection. Now, the other things I picked up were a little bit more interesting to me because I got a GameCube Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, Player's Choice version, and got the stickers and stuff on it, but still, the game itself is complete, and I didn't have this. I don't have a lot of GameCube games, but I'm always looking for them whenever I can get them. I'd really love to build up that collection, but some of them are so expensive. Now the other game I got caught my eye. It's not worth a whole lot, but it's not common, I wouldn't think. I've never seen it before, and that's Summoner, a Goddess Reborn. Again, it's an adventure type game. Fulfill your destiny, a Goddess Reborn. But I tell you, the cover did intrigue me a little bit anyway. But best of all, it was very inexpensive. It was like $10, and the manual's complete. The disc is complete. I looked it up, and it was worth 15 or something like that. And of course, the 10 was Canadian, so that was all right. The last thing I picked up as part of those 4 is an NES game that I actually didn't have. Now, certainly nothing too special, but I got a copy of Winter Games. I've played this 100 times. I've played it on the Commodore 64, I think on the PC too. But I actually just did not have a copy of Winter Games in my NES collection. It's got this sticker on it. I'm going to do some work trying to get that stuff off, but overall, the label's in alright shape. For a $4 or $5 game, I'm more than happy with it. Winter Games. After we were down at Digital World and the other store down in that spot, we went up to the big mall in Farrington, and we don't have GameStop here in Canada, but what we do have is still EB Games. And EB Games, all summer really, have been trying to clear out all their Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, stuff like that. And this is the best deal that I've seen yet. There's not a whole lot left, it seems, but this was actually not too bad of a bunch. And it was buy 1, get 4 free. How the blazes did you beat that? So I picked up 4 Xbox 360 games. I picked up Virtua Tennis, because I love the Virtua Tennis games from back in the Dreamcast days. They're one of my favorite sports games of all time, frankly. I just found it very fluid, so I was interested in picking that one up. This one I'm not as familiar with. It's a space shooter adventure game. Dark Star 1 Broken Alliance. I love games like this. I don't know much about this one, but it was in great condition, and it was one of the few ones left there in the pile that they have for Xbox 360 games. They're all going to be gone soon. I'm just trying to pick up what I can now. Now the next one I picked up is, I'd heard of it, but 99 Nights N3-2. So that seems like it's a big multiplayer fighting game. A lot of it's online, and by Konami. I'm not a big online game player. I don't really care for fighting games a whole lot. They're fun. I play them a little while, but I've never gotten very good at them. But still, I've heard of this, and I thought, oh, that's actually, I was really surprised to see it in that batch as cheap as it was. So I was really happy to pick that up. This one just interested me. It's called You're in the Movies. It's an Xbox 360 exclusive. It just says, I have no idea how it even works. You must have to have the Kinect hooked up, I assume. And it lets you take movie clips and put yourself in them, and it's a game show type game. Again, will we ever play it? You never know. It might be a lot of fun to play with a group of people, so I thought I'd pick it up, considering the situation where I was getting 4 free and there wasn't a whole lot there to select from. Now, on that note, with the You're in the Movies game, I said not much to select from. Well, I saw this one and I wanted it right off the get-go. And that is Lips. This is a great game. I actually have the 3 other Lips games for the Xbox 360, just not the original one. This one came with the microphone. I got the other ones I got one from the 80s. I've got number 1 hits, and there's another one as well. And they're all great games. They show actual music videos from the different licensed songs, and you sing along with them. It's like a karaoke machine, basically it is. The one thing about it is you just turn the music way up, turn the volume of the mic way down, and just try to hit the notes. And it's just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fun to play. They also used to have a lot of downloaded games. You used to be able to download like 3 to 5 a week would be released every week, and you could go on and you could buy them on Xbox Live for, it was like $1.50 or something like that. You could buy them, and it was a lot of fun. The last time I turned it on, which has probably been a couple years ago now, some of them were still working, some of them weren't working. I'm sure there's licensing issues, and I really don't know about the servers and what they're doing now. But it does have the games. There's about 40 or 50 games on the disc itself that you definitely could play. And CMRetro, Chris Miller, he picked up a copy of this the other day, and he said, oh, I'll be getting rid of that before my daughter sees it, because she'll want to play karaoke.
Lips, again, about a $15 game. I think it's like a karaoke or sing-along game. I need to sell this before my daughter finds it, or else she's going to want to keep it.
And I made a little post there and said, listen, Chris, I think you should be doing some songs for us and doing a recording and, posting some videos of you singing songs with Lips. I don't know. I challenged you to a duel, but man, I didn't hear back from you. Anyway, open challenge right here, right now. CMRetro, Lips, any version. Okay guys, my last pickup for this video is actually a Nintendo Switch game. I don't pick up many Switch games, but I saw a lot of different reviews of this. I saw a lot of different people talking about it, and I picked up a copy of Star Wars Pinball. I love Pinball. I love Star Wars. They're great games. I didn't have much for my Switch at all, and man, I just thought it looked absolutely fabulous. I haven't even opened it and played it yet. Just picked it up. Of all the games that I see coming through for the Switch, this is the one that sort of piqued my curiosity the most, that I went out and grabbed it really quick. John Hancock talked about it. I think it was RGT was talking about it. Man, I love Star Wars, love pinball, and this looks like really, really interesting. Very happy to add this. Can't wait to get the Switch out and get playing it. Well guys, that's it for this round of pickups. I got some stuff from my NES collection, some GameCube games, a lot of Xbox 360, and a great Switch game. Just a mishmash of stuff this time. Anyway guys, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time guys when I get some more pickups. Take care.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown
What is going on, guys? I'm CMRetro Gaming, and you are watching that retro game wrangler, that crazy Canadian, that Maple Leaf Mac Daddy, Papa Pete.
What the hell?